Welcome, friends. Thanks for stopping by.
Where are you from, Roberta?
I was born in Arkansas.
In Arkansas, huh?
Right.
When did you leave Arkansas?
Well, I left when I was 17 years old, and I went to San Francisco to go to college. First, I went there to study nursing. Aside from being too dumb, I just did all right until I got to anatomy. And then I walked in there one day, and they had this dead man laying out there. And the man said, Miss Bryson, would you come up and cut out the torso muscle? And I said, what did you say? And he said, he said, the torso muscle. And I said, are you kidding? He said, well, now...
And the next morning, you were back in Little Rock.
No, not exactly. You see, he told me to go up and cut out the muscle, and he said, now, how do you expect to finish this course if you don't cooperate? I said, who's not cooperating? It's this poor sap here that can't cooperate.
Well, don't go away, Roberta. I'll get back to you, huh? Now, you're Willie Spurlock, aren't you, huh?
Right.
What do you think of Roberta, Willie?
I think she's a very pretty girl.
Are you married, Willie?
Sure am.
In that case, you realize that any thinking you do about Roberta is merely wishful thinking. What's so pretty about her, Willie?
Well, she...
Thank you so much, Shindiggers. Howdy, everybody. And welcome again to the home of more music per minute than any other show in television. The show that you made the highest-rated musical program of the television season. I'll tell you one thing, we couldn't be more grateful for it, too. I thought you'd like to know that because as far as I'm concerned, really, Shindig always has been, it is today, and it always will be your show, ladies and gentlemen.
Love letter straight from your heart. Keep us so near while apart. I'm not alone in the night when I can have all the love you write. I'll memorize every line, and I'll kiss the name that you sign, and darling, then I'll read again right from the start. Love letter straight from your heart. I memorize every line, and I kiss the name that you sign, and darling, then I'll read again right from the start. Love letter straight from your
live within the heart of me. All too soon, my secret love became impatient to be free. friendly star. The way that dreamers often do. Just how wonderful you are, and why I'm so in love with you. Now I shout it from the heart to you. I even told the golden daffodils. At last, my heart's an open door, and my secret love's no secret anymore.
That's the beautiful Ketty Lester and the great Academy Award-winning song called Secret Love. Say, I want to know.
God has blessed Ketty Lester to achieve so much in her lifetime. Born Roberta Frierson on August 16, 1934, her parents were farmers who would eventually have a total of 15 children. Ketty was the youngest. As a young child, she first sang in her church and later in school choirs. From growing up in the cotton fields of Hope, Arkansas, to her first performance at the infamous Purple Onion in San Francisco, California, with wonderful greats like Maya Angelou and Phyllis Diller, she is most remembered for her 1962 recording of Love Letters Straight from Your Heart, also known as Love Letters, which stayed on the charts in the United States and the United Kingdom for 3 years and re-recorded by many famous artists. In 1962, Ketty toured the UK as support act on the Everly Brothers tour. The follow-up to Love Letters, a version of George and Ira Gershwin's But Not For Me from the musical Girl Crazy, reached number 41 in the US pop charts and number 45 in the UK.
Show of the season, so let's make it a real good one. Cue Ketty.
Picture a day, a warm summer day. Picture a suntan boy. Picture a lane, a cool, shady lane. Picture a girl so coy, close by a brook that sang in the sun. Picture a picnic for two. The grass was so green, so incredibly green, and the sky was impossibly blue. Silently he touched her hand and quickly turned away. Though he hadn't said a word, she heard all that he didn't say. Picture the girl and boy walking home, taking their time on the way. The boy's a little more tender now. The girl is holding his hand now, and it happened all on a warm summer day.
Now, by the early 1970s, after releasing several albums, Ketty gave up singing commercially and turned to acting. The most remembered performance was the first horror movie for blacks in 1972, which was Blackula. She was a lead, playing Juanita Jones, a vampire. The third role, which was her longest-running television series, was Hester Sue Terhune on The Little House on the Prairie from 1977 to 1983. She played the only female teacher in the series, and I have to say that was my favorite show. I remember her, I love her, yeah. Between The Purple Onion and Little House on the Prairie, KettyLester's life bubbled over with successes, accolades, and standing shoulder to shoulder with many of the first blacks in Hollywood to appear in television commercials, on daytime soap operas, and to co-star in Julia, the first weekly series to depict an African-American woman, Diane Carroll, in a non-stereotypical role.
100% all-natural Wesson, the frying oil that's going to get people talking.
Just read the label. Wesson's 100% natural.
Ever read Crisco's label? They use additives, but not all natural Wesson.
Ketty worked alongside Moses Gunn as his wife in the 1969 TV series FBI, as well as his wife on Little House on the Prairie. She was also a trailblazer, appearing as the first woman of color on a daytime soap opera as Helen Grant in Our Days of Our Lives. Fun fact about her hit record Love Letters in 1962. The hit that made it overseas, gracing the charts of UK, Germany, and Australia. 1 year later in 1963, the international hit was nominated for a Grammy in the United States, but Ketty had no idea until 50 years later that she was nominated, when a fan from Boston wrote her in 2017. Completely unconvinced that the fan was accurate, Ketty finally received a letter from the Grammys confirming her nomination in a letter in 2019. Isn't life funny sometimes? Good for you, Ketty. Ketty is still going strong, performing in smaller venues and auditioning for upcoming films, and she was even inducted into the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame in 2022. Oh, and sidebar, I think that ginatorres of the show Suits, and well, I've loved her since The Adventures of Hercules, I think she is a dead ringer for KettyLester and should play her in the biopic. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Have someone's people call Gina's people and get the ball rolling. Yes, I think that's a great idea. I will put the link in the description for her autobiography. You can find it on Amazon, that was written just a few years ago. And as you share in her journey, you will agree she is a role model and puts the T in triumph. Enjoy! Thanks so much, friends, for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe if you care. This is RM, Feminine for the Win. Toodles!